Right now on UMass Sports Insider, the football team is building for the future, literally and figuratively. We'll take you on a tour of the shiny new facility on campus. And as basketball season approaches, we see how some famous hoop alums recently received a big-time honor back in New England. Plus, the inspiring story of a UMass coach who took a bike all the way across the country for a great cause and brought our cameras along with him. Riding straight to the top, UMass Sports Insider, let's go.
You're watching UMass Sports Insider, brought to you by Alden Credit Union, Mafre Commerce Insurance, and Coca-Cola.
Following a challenging non-league schedule, UMass football is now in conference play. The MAC slate begins with games against Bowling Green and Miami, Ohio, as the Minutemen look for a quality start in their second season in the league. Hi there, welcome to UMass Sports Insider. I'm Josh Maurer, and coming up, we pay our respects to a UMass Hall of Famer who is a rare two-sport athlete. That plus we go across the country on a bike with swimming coach Bob Newcomb. But let's start here at McGurk Stadium with football, where as you can see behind me, construction on the new team house is nearly complete, allowing some games to be brought back to Western Mass next season. Let's take a look, presented by Mafre Commerce Insurance.
This is going to be the new 7,000 square foot weight room for UMass football athletes only. We'll have 15 racks going across there, all custom made from here to here. We got a throwing wall, a custom dumbbell area right over here. There's just so many guys. We're working with 125 players, so you just need hours of trying to get guys in, trying to get guys out. If coach changes something, we can automatically do it here instead of going somewhere else and working around other teams. So having our own stuff, being able to pick our own equipment is going to help us be able to do what's needed to make us better football players.
We're standing in the new athletic training room, which is great. We're very fortunate to be in line here in between the locker room and the weight room. Obviously bigger than any facility that we've had just for one specific sport, and almost triple the size of the facility that we use at Gillette right now. We'll have 10 treatment tables, so we can get a lot of stuff done at one time here.
I'm standing kind of right at the base floor, right in the front of the auditorium room. It's going to be 120 fixed tiered seats behind me. Offense will sit on one side of this auditorium, defense will sit on the other for their all-team meetings.
Right now we're looking at the best part of our new athletic training room. I think something we'll be able to utilize every day that we haven't been able to do up till now. But we're putting in 2 plunge pools. One will be hot, one will be cold. And then at the end here, we're gonna have a HydroWorks. So what we'll be able to do is put a guy that's injured in the HydroWorks. It's an underwater treadmill system that has a current, so when they're injured and they can't necessarily be running, we'll be able to get him in the HydroWorks, get him running as soon as, say, stitches are healed from a post-surgical or day one from an injury where we can't do stuff on the field.
Well, it helps with scheduling, it helps with the injured guys having open hours that we can come in here at any time. If we need to make a change, we can.
These guys have been great. Obviously, they've done this before because they thought of things during the process that we hadn't thought of. It was really nice to have a lot of input, and you get a vested interest in it when they're letting you kind of create your own space.
The amount of customization will be probably second to none anywhere, especially in the Northeast. We'll have custom racks, custom plates, custom everything to UMass standards. So it's really going to be a nice room, but we're going to work it like it's an old school room, that's for sure.
Right behind me, you'll see the Jacobson press and Skybox Complex steel erection. We're now finally into the phase of putting it back together after we were able to remove the existing. We're ready to be open with both facilities in July of 2014, so definitely looking forward to it, and should be a great opportunity to get the team back playing some games here at home.
As you can see, the construction is looking great, and we cannot wait to get some games back here in Amherst next season. Well, let's turn our attention to basketball, where head coach Derek Kellogg has some big expectations for his squad entering his 6th year as the head coach at his alma mater. This past summer, DK was joined by a host of old friends as a slew of UMass greats were inducted into the New England Basketball Hall of Fame. With a look back, here's Cody Crushell.
On Saturday, June 22nd, the DCU Center in Worcester resembled a UMass basketball reunion, as nearly a dozen players and coaches with ties to the school were inducted into the New England Basketball Hall of Fame.
When I actually talked about the event, and everybody and the guy told me who was going to come, and I knew I had to make it. You know what I mean? It's good to see everybody, you know, the guys that we coach, what they're doing now and all that, all the people that, you know, we met, and a lot of good friends that I probably haven't seen in a while come back for this event. This is great.
It's a great honor to say that people appreciate what you've done. Something that you can tell your kids that you did, and they can look at and say, wow, you know, if you do go out there and you do the right things and take the right steps to greatness, this is where you end up.
How about this night? How about this night? Give yourselves a big hand. Friends, family, basketball in Worcester. What a magical combination.
You know, to be here with all the great inductees tonight was it was a homecoming of sorts. To, you know, see a lot of the guys that I've coached with, played against, and it really was a good evening. As much for the Hall of Fame inductions, but also a gathering of a lot of great people and a lot of great basketball people.
Octavia Thomas.
It's a great feeling. That knowing that after all these years that someone recognized the talent and the sweat and the patience and everything I put into the team, into this building, school up, that I've been recognized for it.
I've seen Bruiser this year. I played against him a couple times in the preseason, and I seen Cal as well. I saw him down at the Final Four, but it's really nice to meet in these kind of events because you really don't get to spend a lot of time with your old friends, and these kind of things really give you the opportunity to do so.
You know, you look back, a lot of great memories. You know, we never thought about really accomplishing what we did. We had a passion for the game. You know, when having played there, I remember John called me up and said, what do you think about the UMass job? And I said, it's a sleeping giant. You know, it's got unbelievable potential. It needs a lot of work, but I said, if you can get the job, you should take it. And, you know, he got it, and the rest is history. And, you know, it was a remarkable run, and we got a ton of great memories. And, you know, it's good to be back with everybody here today.
It's great to see all the guys have success like Derek. You know what I mean? You know you're getting old. You know, I recruited him, you know what I mean? And now all of a sudden he's the head coach. You know, he beating me. So, you know, that's the other thing too. But it's great. It's great seeing all the guys, Lou and all those guys come back and see those guys have success.
Hoops practice has already begun for both the men's and women's teams as they prepare for an early November start to the basketball season. Well, when we come back from our first commercial break, we'll look back at the life of the great Ray Ellerbrook with a very special tribute. Don't go away.
Yeah, we're just waiting on the appraisal to come in. Just give me a minute, man. Yeah, we'll get that back in a week or so. Have a great day.
Alden Credit Union is the official credit union of UMass Athletics. Alden Credit Union. Banking, no boundaries.
How's the orange juice, Adam?
Refreshing. It's Minuteman made.
Alden Credit Union is the official credit union of UMass Athletics. Alden Credit Union. Banking, no boundaries.
What's that great old saying about strangers? They're just friends you haven't met yet. Among life's millions of moments, some of the very best are made by Mohegan Sun. When it's your time to shine, come see us.
Book your wedding with award-winning UMass Catering. We can host, design, and plan your big event from full breakfast lunches to elegant wedding receptions and dinners. UMass Catering can host events in one of our ballrooms that overlook campus, tented outdoors, or our own Renaissance house. The possibilities are endless. Let the culinary team at UMass Catering bring creative menus and exceptional service to your wedding day. Special rates for members of the UMass family and alumni.
Hi, I'm Steve DeMarco. Wherever your destination, Premier is your solution.
Our reputation as an industry leader is built on service, safety, and the guaranteed best price. At Premier, safety stands above all else. Our fleet is serviced on-site by our certified technicians. Premier will customize your travel needs all within your budget, and we can even accommodate your travel requirements worldwide. Premier Corporate has your business needs covered. Rest assured, your team and clients will arrive safely, comfortably, and always on time.
Premier, an extraordinary experience, guaranteed.
You're watching UMass Sports Insider.
Welcome back. It's time for Mohegan Sun Instant Replay. As the Minutemen football squad gets ready for its first MAC home game against Miami, Ohio, October 12th, we flash back to the first meeting between the squads last year, when Coach Molnar's bunch nearly pulled off the upset of the Red Hawks in Oxford. The highlight of that game was this incredible touchdown run by Michael Cox, a flip into the end zone that made SportsCenter's top 10 list that day. Cox became a draft choice of the New York Giants last April and has played on special teams in several games for the G-Men this season. With the Major League Baseball playoffs underway, we take a moment to congratulate 3 UMass alums who played a big part in their respective squads reaching the postseason. 3 general managers, Ben Sherrington of the Red Sox, Neil Huntington of the Pirates, and Chris Antonetti from the Indians, were all graduates from the famous Isenberg School of Management at UMass. They've all become successful front office leaders in the major leagues. Congrats to all 3 for great seasons, and to the Isenberg School for continuing to produce leaders in the sporting world. Welcome back. Last month, we lost UMass Hall of Famer Ray Ellerbrook, who passed away after a lengthy battle with cancer. A star in both basketball and baseball, he worked next to Julius Erving here at the Curry-Hicks Cage, and on the baseball diamond helped take the Redmen to the College World Series. Obviously, he made a huge impact here on campus, but even more of one in Northampton in his professional career after graduation. Some of those who knew Ray best now help pay tribute.
Tough, feisty, hard-nosed, excellent shooter, great competitor. His senior year, he was the captain, and he sort of led by example. He was one of our hardest workers, first to practice, last to leave, and he brought a great deal to the program.
In the scheme of things, our team was a team. Everybody had a job to do. His job was to put the ball in the basket, and he did that obviously quite well.
He was just the most loyal person that you could find. If he liked you, you were his friend for life. If you were his adversary, you were his adversary for life, I would imagine.
When he went to practice, every play of practice was like a game play. Every play in a game was 100%. Some players, you see them today, they go isolate themselves or they go move on the side. Ray was in the team. You were part of the team. If you don't want to be part of the team, Ray didn't want you on the team.
Ray's tenacity was unbelievable. He competed at every level. There was nothing he would do halfway. It was all the way. He pushed the men, he pushed the guys on the team right to the limit.
I get better as I get older, I think in my head anyway.
Hall of Fame, 2-time All-Conference?
I shot a lot. I only shot when I had it, so it was fun. And the baseball was fun. Good time.
A New Jersey native growing up, Ray settled in the Pioneer Valley after graduation and ran the Northampton Rec Department and later Look Park for many years. His presence in the region is already sorely missed. Well, it's time for us to take a commercial break. Don't go far away. When we come back, we're hitting the road for a cause with a UMass coach. You'll go on the cross-country journey with Bob Newcomb on the other side.
The gang always plays 00 just once. And sometimes, absolutely nothing becomes absolutely everything. Among life's millions of moments, some of the very best are made by Mohegan Sun. When it's your time to shine, come see us.
Hotel UMass was voted the best hotel in Amherst. Situated on the beautiful University of Massachusetts campus, Hotel UMass is where you stay to be in the heart of it all. With 116 contemporary guest rooms, free wireless internet, room service, 36 meeting rooms, free parking, and in walking distance to downtown Amherst, Hotel UMass has it all.
Training hard, working hard, we're building and believing. Our guys have the heart. We're made in Massachusetts, and Massachusetts pride. The streak is really on your dogs. We're all in, all in.
They're all in.
Go UMass. We're all in, all in. We're all in. UMass football. We're all in.
What's that great old saying about strangers? They're just friends you haven't met yet. Among life's millions of moments, some of the very best are made by Mohegan Sun. When it's your time to shine, come see us.
The UMass license plate says it all.
You don't have to be a sports star. Any UMass fan can be a star with a UMass license plate.
Ride with UMass pride.
Get all the details at UMassAlumni.com. All proceeds benefit UMass.
Listen, a lot of financial institutions think that they're offering personalized service because they sit down with you for a few minutes, input your information into a system, spit back a yes or a no, and get you on your way. Come on. That's not how we do it at Alden Credit Union. We want to know your story. It's our job to get you financially where you want to be. We call that common sense lending.
Alden Credit Union. Banking. No boundaries.
You're watching UMass Sports Insider.
Welcome back. Last year on UMass Sports Insider, we featured women's swimming and diving coach Bob Newcomb and his ride in the Pan Mass Challenge across the Bay State to raise money for cancer research. This past summer, Coach Newcomb kicked up his efforts several notches, as you're about to see, riding coast to coast to cure cancer.
The whole trip went about 3,900 miles. It was right about what we had planned. We started out in Seaside, Oregon, and that took us out the Columbia River, and then we got into Idaho, up and over the Rockies, which was an interesting event, very beautiful. Got up into Montana and into Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, through that little bit of Pennsylvania, and then up into Buffalo, and then we followed the New York bike route number 5 across New York, right into Massachusetts, and followed Route 9 home right into Amherst.
I met Bob 6 years ago when he signed up for the Pan Mass, and I, as a veteran, I was reaching out to say, do you want to ride together and with our friends? And he went home and thought about it and talked to Judy, and then found the opportunity to say, I'd like to do it with you. It's like everything made sense, and it worked from that moment on. So I'm eternally grateful to him that I, and therefore he and I, actually carried out this dream.
It was just a spectacular thing where each day brought a new story, a new scene, a new environment, a new challenge. And on the route was the Field of Dreams field, and being able to stop in the middle of Iowa, Dyersville, Iowa, and the actual field that they built and the house and everything from the set of the movie was there. Running around the field, sitting on the bleachers, playing in the corn like we were disappearing and re-emerging. I mean, we just felt like little kids.
On top of that, then you're seeing a way of life, and an aspect of American life that we don't experience every day. And then, and we could have done it in a car and gotten a lot of that, but on a bicycle, you're so up close and personal.
Well, the whole summer was really about the PMC. What we were trying to do was raise money for the Jimmy Fund.
We made a point that one of us each day would wear our logo jersey, knowing that provoked these conversations and interactions with people. And you know, and you start hearing about the sister-in-law who's doing well, and whoever it might be, the old friend who just passed away, and just, you know, just very, very genuine human interactions among complete strangers.
One interesting question a lot of people have asked me, did this ride change you? Well, I think from meeting the people and talking to them and realizing the impact of what we were trying to do and how cancer affects just so many people, everybody along in this country, I think that is definitely something that will be with me forever.
The closer we got to the end of the Cape, the more reflective I got, you know, and it's, you know, it's not that it suddenly dawned on me, but I began to refocus on, wait a minute, holy crap, this is it. It was pretty amazing. It was pretty amazing. And I'll relive it now every year when I do the Pan Mass when we get to Provincetown. You know, it's just another layer of emotions around this whole thing.
Coach Newcomb completed the entire ride with Eric Heller of the UMass Donahue Institute, and the pair finished up their cross-country journey going to the Atlantic in the famous Pan Mass Challenge.
Hi, my name's Nikki Miller. I'm part of the field hockey team here. We're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to ask my teammates what's the most embarrassing songs on their iPod.
Book your wedding with award-winning UMass Catering. We can host, design, and plan your big event from full breakfasts, lunches, to elegant wedding receptions and dinners. UMass Catering can host events in one of our ballrooms that overlook campus, tented outdoors, or our own Renaissance house. The possibilities are endless. Let the culinary team at UMass Catering bring creative menus and exceptional service to your wedding day. Special rates for members of the UMass family and alumni.
Listen, a lot of financial institutions think that they're offering personalized service because they sit down with you for a few minutes, input your information into a system, spit back a yes or a no, and get you on your way. Come on, that's not how we do it at Alden Credit Union. We want to know your story. It's our job to get you financially where you want to be. We call that common sense lending.
Alden Credit Union. Banking. No boundaries.
The UMass license plate says it all.
You don't have to be a sports star. Any UMass fan can be a star with a UMass license plate.
Ride with UMass pride.
Get all the details at UMassAlumni.com. All proceeds benefit UMass.
What's that great old saying about strangers? They're just friends you haven't met yet. Among life's millions of moments, some of the very best are made by Mohegan Sun. When it's your time to shine, come see us.
Hi, I'm Steve DeMarco. Wherever your destination, Premier is your solution.
Our reputation as an industry leader is built on service, safety, and the guaranteed best price. At Premier, safety stands above all else. Our fleet is serviced on-site by our certified technicians. Premier will customize your travel needs all within your budget, and we can even accommodate your travel requirements worldwide. Premier Corporate has your business needs covered. Rest assured, your team and clients will arrive safely, comfortably, and always on time.
Premier, an extraordinary experience, guaranteed.
Training hard, working hard, we're building and believing. Our guys have the heart. We're made in Massachusetts. In Massachusetts pride. The streak is really underdogs.
They're all in.
You're watching UMass Sports Insider.
Welcome back. Our show is almost done, and that means it's time for the Alden Credit Union lighter side. Well, almost all of us these days own a device that stores and lets you listen to music, which got us to thinking, are there some songs that some of the UMass athletes wouldn't want to admit to owning? So we asked some of the Minutemen and Minutewomen, what's the most embarrassing song on your iPod? Let's check out the answers.
I don't think they're embarrassing, but a lot of kids on my team think they're embarrassing. I got Call Me Maybe on my iPod. You know, it's one of my favorite songs.
So me and all my roommates, like last year, for some reason became obsessed with Austin Powers. So sometimes randomly we'll just like put on the Austin Powers like theme song.
Any Lady Gaga song that I have on my iPod, I don't know, the beat always gets to me, you know, and the lyrics are pretty easy to memorize and stuff like that, so I'm always jamming out my car with Lady Gaga going.
Probably most people would say the One Direction album. I have all those on my iPod, but I'm not that embarrassed about that. And Justin Bieber too, I have all his albums as well.
It's Miley Cyrus's Girls Night Out. My dad bought it for me, so it's one of my favorites. Definitely not.
You're kidding.
Nah, not kidding at all. I play it probably once a week, at least once or twice a week, you know, get me going.
And just like do the dance to it and everything, like, you know what I'm talking about, when he's like, just like kind of like Congo line around the house.
What's your favorite Lady Gaga song?
Paparazzi, or a new one, Applause. That one's good too.
Yeah. Sing it for us a little bit.
What is it? How does it go?
One Direction, is that like a British thing?
It's not, it's a worldwide thing. But yeah, they're all from Britain, so I'm maybe a bit biased towards them.
Does that mean your dad is a Miley Cyrus fan?
Possibly, secretly. He hasn't told me about it, he just thought I would enjoy the song.
You want to sing it a little bit for us? I just met you.
And this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
And like sometimes people are over and just like no one understands it, like it's really just like me and my roommates.
How does it go again?
I don't know.
Paparazzi.
That's how you jam out to it in the car?
Jam out, just head bob.
Those guys are they think they're so cool though.
They are so cool. I'm not ashamed of it.
So has it become like a guilty pleasure for you?
No, I wouldn't say so. I don't really listen to it. I usually push skip when it comes on.
Don't tell your dad that.
No, I haven't.
Be honest with me. When you first heard that song, you loved it right away?
Right out the back. I mean, when I heard that, I instantly went to iTunes, instantly downloaded it, and I played it probably all summer. So.
And you're not embarrassed by that?
Not embarrassed at all. It's one of my favorite songs.
Are you a big Austin Powers fan?
Yeah, definitely.
Do an Austin Powers impersonation for me.
Austin Danger Powers.
You know, there is an option to delete songs.
Oh yeah, I should probably do that. I feel bad though if I delete it, because then it kind of insults him if he ever like looks through my iPod.
I think that's awesome that your dad likes Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, he's pretty interesting.
Hey, thanks for admitting to all of that. Well, that's it for our program. Don't forget our next new episode will debut on Saturday, October the 19th. It's our hockey season preview. Believe it or not, they're hitting the ice soon. Until next time, I'm Josh Maurer. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your weekend.
UMass Sports Insider. Brought to you by Alden Credit Union, Mafre Commerce Insurance, and Coca-Cola.